Hello, my name is James Van Praagh, and I am a spiritual medium. Many of you might remember me from TV shows, Larry King Live, Oprah, 48 Hours, a lot of television, a lot of radio, and many books on mediumship. I've written about 14 books. The first one, Talking to Heaven, was a New York Times bestseller for many weeks. And I am here to really talk about an incredible being, Leslie Flint, who I was able to meet back in the mid-80s. And I met him through my mentor, Brian Hurst. And Brian Hurst is also a medium. I moved to Los Angeles from New York, and I was working a temporary job trying to break into showbiz to be a sitcom writer. And I ended up working at William Morris Agency. And a lady there, my supervisor, said, "You want to go see a medium?" And I said, "Who's that?" And she said, "Someone talks to dead people." I didn't believe in that. To make a long story short, she moved me to Brian Hurst. And then this wonderful relationship began, and he recognized my mediumship skills and talents and really was my mentor at the very beginning and introduced me to Leslie Flint. I sat with Leslie 3 times at Seances in Hollywood, California, and had very good times with Leslie and lunches with Leslie, dinners with Leslie through Brian Hurst. It was a lovely time. He used to come out every summer. So I sat with Leslie in the seances 3 different times. And of course, like everybody in the seance room, you want someone to come through for you, but you don't know what's going to happen. It was also, I remember very distinctly, Bram, his friend Bram, his partner Bram, was always there, and a joy. Funny, laughing, great sense of humor, quickest wit, really card. And I remember once before seance started, before everybody got there in the room, about 10 people was the maximum. Leslie and I were alone in the living room of this place, and he said to me, James, a very low voice, James. He said, "See that box over there?" And that was a television set. He said, "One day you're going to use that. You're going to spread the word at that. And you're going to use that, but use it wisely." And his words came to pass, of course. I've been on television many times, I've been on shows and so forth. So I went into these seances in this dark room at the time. Didn't know anything about it. And I remember the first time it happened, where voices appeared. Mickey first came in. "Hello, doing?" with his voice. I thought, this is crazy. I thought, this is very strange, and I'm open to put it strange. And I remember the people that came through, the spirits that came through, all were British voices. And my thought was, maybe he's a ventriloquist, maybe throwing these voices, because they're all British. So if there was an American-sounding voice or another country, it maybe be more believable, but it wasn't. So I was a little bit skeptical. The second time we began to sat, and we just sat for a little bit because they said there wasn't enough energy there or power. And the third time I sat, that was 2 years after that, I remember we're sitting there, and I was like, everybody hoping. I was hoping someone would come through. And I didn't think it was going to happen. In the middle of this room, all of a sudden a Frenchman's voice came through. He said, "I want to talk to James. I want to talk to James. James!" And screaming, "You're a psychic, a sensitive. James. We have many here who believe in you, my friend. One day you're going to help the world. You're going to write a book. You're going to travel over water. Many here believe in you." And his name is Andre. He gave me his full name, which of course I looked up because very cynical, skeptical person that I am. And I found that he did say he was involved with the Paris Opera. And I found that he was indeed a musician there, a writer, an actor, an artist. And he said in that seance that we recognize within you that you're sensitive, you're going to help many people. And then I was overwhelmed by it all. I really was. But the first thing I said to him was, "Oh, thank you. Is my mother there?" Because I want to talk to my mother who just recently passed. Your mama, hold on. We get your mama." And he said, "Your mama is here. She talks about a ring. The diamond rings. The real diamond came off the rings." Yes, it did come off the ring. And then my mother came through. My mother came through in her voice. And she used the word, my nickname, Jamie. She goes, Jamie. I love you. And no one knew my nickname. No one at all knew my nickname, and that was her voice. And thank goodness we had a cassette player, and we recorded, of course, sounds. And I played that for my siblings. They were just astounded. "Wow, that's Mom." So it was incredible, an incredible experience. It opened my mind up to there is indeed no death whatsoever. Look forward to it when the time comes. I look very forward to it. I think that the Leslie Flint Foundation is a very important institution. I think everybody should use it to help other people to open up their minds and hearts to realize that there is no death and that our thoughts, our words, and our actions really do count. Because as said in many times through Leslie Flint seances, the conditions you find yourself will be those that you create based on how you lived your life, how you treated others. So treat them well. So I'm very happy to just check in with you and tell you about Leslie Flint. one of the most incredible people I've ever met in my life. And down to earth. Capricorn man, very down to earth, black and white. No, really, very, very down, very real. So, hope you enjoy and listen to all of these tapes because they're incredible. Bye-bye.